Hi everybody.
Hello everybody. So, so much has happened over the course of the last couple of weeks, or a week.
It's been rather
couple of weeks.
exciting times in our household.
Yes, there's been a lot of opportunity to have catastrophic thinking, wouldn't you say?
There has.
When did it all begin?
It all began with our youngest not telling us that she was not well, and then ending up having to go to the ER because it had been left too late.
Yes. Do we need to go into the nitty-gritty of that, or just...
I don't think so.
Okay.
Suffice to say, she's fine now.
But it was quite a shock and quite a worry, and could have been avoided if she came to us sooner. And now, shall we fast forward a couple of weeks to the heinous bill that we've had from the hospital, which I feel like is my fault because I had it in my head in this, well, there's catastrophic thinking, and then there are catastrophic insurance plans, which someone introduced me to that concept, I guess, a couple of years ago, and I thought, well, that sounds like a good idea. My frugal spirit came up, and I thought, well, we'll do that. And then, lo and behold, then we had a discussion just before Christmas that was probably...
I thought it wasn't a good idea.
It was a terrible idea. So we had a month before the new insurance plan kicked in. And what does she do? She goes and gets sick
The week before.
the week before that kicks in. So we have this horrible bill from the hospital.
Most important though, she's fine.
Yes. I don't know if I had some catastrophic thinking, but I did actually wake up in the middle of the night and worry for a good hour or so, yeah.
Mm.
But I kind of got it all out of my system because by the morning I found like after waking I got quite philosophical about it.
What does that mean?
It means that I could see how the thinking that could come on board that probably is very stale and very unproductive would not be of service to me whatsoever. I really saw that, and then I thought that, you know, we are creative, productive beings, and we'll have a new, fresh thought by me remaining in an open mind.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's wonderful, and I think that we've actually both been pretty philosophical through that, and then another daughter getting her front tooth practically knocked out and having to come home and get that taken care of.
Yes, and of course we haven't had the dental bill yet.
And then, while we're away...
And I had to go and get her. I had to retrieve her.
Oh my God, what about the drive up there? 8 hours.
That's... Oh my goodness, exactly. We went up to San Luis Obispo to get her, and on that particular day the heavens were opening and the rain was coming down. And we were using Waze, which we'll probably never do again on a long trip. Doesn't seem to work very well.
It wasn't updated properly.
But it wasn't updating itself quick enough for us to avoid all the roadblocks that it would seem to be directing us towards these freeways or highways or roads which were more and more off the beaten track. But as we got there in real time, the police were putting up barricades and say, no, you can't go through here. And then what should have been a 3-hour drive actually took 12 hours.
Yeah, well, we did stop. We did stop and say, let's make the best of it and have a date.
Yes.
So we did have a nice meal.
Which was the best thing that we could have done.
Yeah, and third time lucky.
Third time lucky, because the time we'd fed ourselves and settled down, we were able to get on our merry way and meet the objective at hand.
And she was very, very happy to see us.
Very grateful, very grateful. We have to see her too.
Yes. And then the latest.
The latest. Daughter number 2 got into a car accident. Thank goodness she's okay.
And everyone else is okay.
Yes. But that familiar refrain of mine when I was teaching her to drive, please check the blind spot. Can you check the blind spot? Please check the blind spot. It will really serve you well if you check the blind spot. I thought if I said a blind spot 5,000 times, even I thought it would sink in. Even on the day of her test, which actually became a very controversial issue.
Well, you probably said it too many times. She just tuned
The dog has just upset the lighting.
What's happened?
It's all fallen down.
She just tuned you out, maybe. I'm just kidding.
See, could be having catastrophic thinking about this too. But she didn't check her blind spot, did she? And drove out of a left-hand turn lane onto a freeway into the traffic.
Well, not a freeway.
That's considered, the PCH is considered.
It's a highway.
Oh, sorry, it's considered a highway. It's almost a freeway.
I don't think freeways have left turn lanes.
No, they don't. They don't. He's going to do it again.
He's antsy.
So I'm having a wobbler now. It's gone.
We
wrong.
weren't going to talk about not having catastrophic thinking. Now you're having it real time.
I'm not having catastrophic thinking. I'm having disturbed thinking.
Oh, what is it?
The dog has really got on my nerves today because we've been stuck inside. He's been stuck inside, being a perfect pain in the neck. And bless his heart, he's getting really antsy about wanting to go out for his WALK. So he's just been causing mayhem for most of the day.
Well, it's not. He doesn't like the rain.
No.
He doesn't like going outside.
He does. And then when he does, he goes out and digs and comes back and spreads mud everywhere.
So from all of these life-threatening situations,
the dog is the worst situation.
The one that you get most worked up over is the dog.
He's now eating the orchid.
Hopefully that doesn't kill the dog. But isn't that funny how random it is, how we get gripped by thought? Like something that I would think is not that big of a deal is the thing that actually gets you going. And then other things that I might think would get you going, you're actually being very philosophical about.
Well, I guess in answer to that, it's the random things that don't seem like a big deal are the thoughts that will take you off guard. And the bigger issues, you seem like, yes, this is a big issue. Now, what do I need to do in this situation? I don't need to take my thinking very seriously. But when the dog eats the orchid, it catches me unawares. And I'm more likely to get upset.
He didn't actually eat the orchid. It's still there.
Well, yes. And actually, while I was on a client call this morning, he got hold of my shoes, my very good Gucci shoes, and was chomping down on them. And at first I thought, I hope it's not my Uggs, my brand new Uggs.
It's way more expensive than your Uggs.
It was way worse than I first thought.
Did he ruin them?
No, thank goodness. There are a few little indents on them.
I'm sorry.
I know.
You had a hard day.
Yes.
A hard dog day.
Hard dog day.
Well, I was thinking that the point would be, maybe the point now is that we're all human and we're going to get caught up in thought, and to not make it such a big deal, to not feel badly when it happens, and to see the resilience when it's there, and to know that it's available.
And just press on regardless.
That's right. Dog on lap or
Knowing
not.
that we'll have a new fresh thought.
Thought.
And maybe a new dog.
Stop it. What about your river metaphor?
Oh, it's too late for that now.
Okay. All right. We'll save that for another time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.